7 Little Johnstons. Amber and Trent tearfully recall son Jonah's premature birth and the 6 weeks he spent on life support. Exclusive. For over a decade, fans of TLC's 7 Little Johnstons have watched the Johnston family grow, evolve, and face life's challenges with grace, humor, and unwavering unity. At the heart of this beloved reality series are parents Amber and Trent Johnston, whose love story and commitment to their 7 children have inspired viewers across the globe. While the show often highlights the lighter side of life, school milestones, dating adventures, and family traditions, there are moments so raw, so deeply personal, that they transcend entertainment and become something far more meaningful. One such moment is the harrowing experience of their son Jonah's premature birth and the 6-week battle for his survival in the neonatal intensive care unit, NICU. In an emotional and exclusive interview, Amber and Trent open up about the darkest chapter of their lives, a time filled with fear, uncertainty, and ultimately, hope. Jonah Johnston, the 4th of the Johnston children, was born on May 18, 2007, a full 10 weeks before his due date. What began as a routine pregnancy quickly took a terrifying turn when Amber began experiencing severe complications at just 29 weeks. "I started having intense abdominal pain," Amber recalls, her voice trembling as she recounts the memory. "I knew something wasn't right. I felt like my body was shutting down." Rushed to the hospital, doctors discovered that Amber was suffering from preeclampsia, a dangerous condition characterized by high blood pressure and signs of organ damage. With both her life and the baby's at risk, an emergency C-section was immediately scheduled. "At that point, I was scared out of my mind," Trent says, his eyes welling with tears. "We weren't ready. We didn't have the nursery set up. We hadn't even picked out a car seat. And suddenly, we were being told our son was coming, now, and he might not make it." Jonah was born weighing just 2 pounds and 5 ounces, smaller than a loaf of bread. His skin was translucent, his limbs fragile, and his cries were barely audible. He was immediately placed in an incubator and rushed to the NICU, where he was hooked up to a ventilator to help him breathe. "I remember the first time I saw him," Amber says, wiping away tears. "He was so tiny, so vulnerable. Wires and tubes were everywhere. I couldn't hold him. I couldn't even touch him without gloves. It was heartbreaking. The first 48 hours were the most critical. Jonah struggled to maintain his body temperature, regulate his heartbeat, and breathe on his own. He was diagnosed with respiratory distress syndrome, a common condition in premature infants caused by underdeveloped lungs. Doctors warned the couple that their son faced a long and uncertain road ahead. They told us there was a real possibility he wouldn't survive," Trent says. "I kept thinking, this can't be happening. Not to our baby. But you don't get time to process. You just have to keep going, keep fighting for him." Amber and Trent quickly learned the language of the NICU, terms like apnea, bradycardia, and CPAP. They spent every waking moment at the hospital, taking shifts so one of them was always by Jonah's side. "We lived in that hospital," Amber says. "We didn't sleep. We barely ate. All we cared about was Jonah." The emotional toll was immense. "You see other parents taking their babies home, all wrapped up in blankets, and you're stuck in this room, watching your child fight for every breath," Trent adds. "It messes with your head. You start questioning everything, yourself, your choices, even your faith." One of the hardest parts, the couple says, was feeling helpless. "As parents, you want to fix things," Amber explains. "But there was nothing I could do. I couldn't feed him. I couldn't soothe him. I couldn't protect him. All I could do was sit there and pray." Trent remembers the first time he held Jonah, 3 weeks after his birth. "They let me do kangaroo care, where I held him against my chest. He was so small, I was terrified I'd hurt him. But when I felt his heartbeat against mine, something shifted. I knew I had to be strong, for him." The couple leaned heavily on their faith and family during this time. Their older children, Anna, Elizabeth, and Josiah, were shielded from the worst of it, but they sensed their parents' distress. "We didn't want to scare them," Amber says, "but they knew something was wrong." Josiah, who was only 5 at the time, kept asking when the baby was coming home. The support of extended family and friends also proved invaluable. People brought meals, sent cards, prayed for us, Trent says. It reminded us we weren't alone. As the weeks passed, Jonah began to show signs of progress. He started breathing on his own, gained weight, and responded to touch and sound. Every milestone felt like a miracle, Amber says. The first time he opened his eyes. The first time he gripped my finger. The first time he made a noise that wasn't a cry. The couple celebrated each small victory, clinging to hope even on the darkest days. But the journey was far from smooth. Jonah suffered a minor brain bleed, a common complication in preemies, which caused the family new waves of anxiety. When they told us about the bleed, I completely broke down, Amber admits. I thought, this is it. He's not going to make it. But the doctors assured us it was mild and that his brain was healing. Trent adds, we had to learn to trust the process, even when we wanted answers we couldn't get. By the 6th week, Jonah had made remarkable progress. He was taken off the ventilator and transitioned to a nasal cannula. He began feeding through a tube and, eventually, learned to suck from a bottle. The first time he latched and drank on his own, I cried, Amber says. It was the first time I felt like a real mom. Finally, after 42 days in the NICU, Jonah was cleared to go home. They handed him to me in a onesie, no wires, no machines, Trent remembers. I couldn't believe it. We were finally a family. Bringing Jonah home brought its own challenges. The couple had to monitor his oxygen levels, follow a strict feeding schedule, and attend frequent doctor appointments. We were on high alert for months, Amber says. Every cough, every sneeze, we panicked. But with time, Jonah grew stronger. He hit his developmental milestones, albeit a bit later than average, and began to thrive. He was a fighter from day one, Trent says proudly. Today, Jonah is a vibrant 17-year-old with a sharp wit, a love for sports, and dreams of becoming a coach. While he still faces some health challenges related to his prematurity, including mild asthma and occasional respiratory issues, he lives a full and active life. I don't remember any of it, obviously, Jonah says with a grin. But when my parents tell the story, I'm amazed. I feel lucky to be here. He adds, I think it made our family stronger. We appreciate every day. Amber and Trent say the experience changed them forever. It taught us what really matters, Amber says. It's not about the house, the car, the show. It's about being present. Loving fiercely. Holding on tight. Trent agrees, we don't take a single moment for granted. When Jonah laughs, when he scores a basket, when he says I love you, it's everything. 7 Little Johnstons star Liz Johnston and fiancé Bryce Bolden dropped $255,000 on Georgia home after living with her parents. Liz Johnston, a prominent cast member of the hit TLC reality series 7 Little Johnstons, has taken a major step toward independence by purchasing a new home in Georgia with her fiancé, Bryce Bolden. The couple recently finalized the purchase of a $255,000 property, marking a significant milestone in their relationship and symbolizing Liz's transition from living under her parents' roof to building a life of her own. This move has sparked widespread attention and excitement among fans of the show who have followed Liz's journey from adolescence to adulthood, witnessing her personal growth, romantic milestones, and evolving independence over the years. For more than a decade, 7 Little Johnstons has offered viewers an intimate and heartfelt glimpse into the lives of the Johnston family, Trent and Amber Johnston and their 5 children, Jonah, Elizabeth, Liz, Anna, Alex, and Emma. The family, all of whom live with achondroplasia, the most common form of dwarfism, has used their platform to educate the public, challenge stereotypes, and showcase the everyday joys and challenges of raising a family with dwarfism. Through the lens of reality television, the Johnstons have become role models for families navigating similar circumstances, promoting messages of resilience, love, and inclusivity. Throughout the show's run, Liz has emerged as one of the most relatable and dynamic characters. Viewers have watched her grow from a shy, reserved teenager into a confident, independent young woman with dreams, ambitions, and a strong sense of self. Her journey has been marked by personal milestones, graduating high school, attending college, entering the workforce, and navigating romantic relationships, all of which have unfolded under the public eye. Her engagement to Bryce Bolden and their decision to buy a home together represent the culmination of years of personal growth and a bold step into adulthood. The $255,000 home, located in the southeastern state of Georgia, is a modest but thoughtfully chosen property that reflects the couple's practicality and desire for stability. While the exact location has not been disclosed for privacy reasons, sources indicate that the house is situated in a suburban neighborhood with access to community amenities, schools, and employment opportunities. The single-family home features 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a functional layout designed to accommodate accessibility needs, a crucial consideration for Liz and Bryce, both of whom are little people. The purchase was made possible through a combination of personal savings, financial planning, and support from family, underscoring the importance of preparation and long-term goals. For Liz, this home purchase is more than just a real estate transaction, it's a declaration of autonomy. For most of her life, Liz lived in the family home in Burleson, Texas, a spacious, custom-designed residence that was modified to meet the needs of a family of little people. While the home provided comfort, safety, and familial support, it also represented a stage of life centered around parental guidance and shared living. Moving out signifies a profound shift towards self-reliance and the creation of a new family unit with Bryce. Bryce Bolden, Liz's fiancé, has also played a pivotal role in this transition. The couple first met through mutual friends and quickly developed a strong connection based on shared experiences, values, and humor. Bryce, who also has dwarfism, understands the unique challenges and triumphs that come with living in a world not always designed for people of short stature. His presence in Liz's life has been a source of emotional support, companionship, and motivation. Together, they've navigated the complexities of adult life, from job hunting to relationship building to financial planning, culminating in the decision to buy a home. Their engagement, announced in early 2023, was met with overwhelming support from fans and family alike. The proposal was a private, heartfelt moment, away from the cameras, reflecting the couple's desire to keep certain aspects of their relationship personal. However, glimpses of their journey have been shared on social media and through occasional updates on the 7 Little Johnstons series, allowing fans to celebrate their love story. The decision to settle in Georgia was not made lightly. After careful consideration, Liz and Bryce chose the state for several practical and emotional reasons. Georgia offers a lower cost of living compared to many other regions in the U.S., making homeownership more attainable. Additionally, the state has a growing community of little people and supportive organizations, including connections to Little People of America, LPA, which both Liz and Bryce are active members of. Being near a supportive network is essential for emotional well-being and practical assistance, especially when navigating healthcare, accessibility modifications, and social integration. Moreover, Georgia's climate, proximity to family, some of Bryce's relatives live in the southeast, and access to employment opportunities made it an ideal choice. Liz has expressed interest in continuing her career in customer service and administrative roles, while Bryce works in logistics and transportation. Both are committed to building stable careers that support their household and future goals, including starting a family. The home itself required several modifications to ensure full accessibility, a common necessity for many little people living in standard-sized homes. These adaptations include lowered countertops, accessible light switches and outlets, roll-under sinks, and grab bars in the bathrooms. While some of these changes were already in place, Liz and Bryce plan to make additional upgrades over time, funded through personal savings and potential grants from disability advocacy organizations. Their approach reflects a balance between immediate needs and long-term planning, emphasizing functionality without sacrificing comfort or style. The purchase has also sparked conversations about financial independence among adults with disabilities. For many viewers, Liz's journey is inspiring because it challenges outdated assumptions that individuals with dwarfism or other physical differences are less capable of living independently. By securing a mortgage, managing household expenses, and making informed decisions about their future, Liz and Bryce are redefining what it means to thrive on one's own terms. Their story resonates with many in the dwarfism community who face systemic barriers to housing, employment, and social inclusion. According to the Little People of America organization, housing accessibility remains a significant challenge, with many standard homes lacking the necessary modifications for little people. Custom builds or retrofits can be costly, and financing options are often limited. Liz and Bryce's ability to purchase a home, especially one that meets their needs, is a testament to careful budgeting, familial support, and determination. 7 Little Johnstons. Anna wows fans with beautiful bikini photos from beach trip with friends. Anna Johnston, one of the most beloved members of the reality TV family featured on TLC's hit series 7 Little Johnstons, has once again captured the hearts and admiration of fans, this time not through a heartfelt family moment or a comedic scene on the show, but with a stunning and empowering display of confidence. Recently, Anna shared a series of breathtaking bikini photos from a beach getaway she took with her close friends, and the internet has responded with an overwhelming wave of love, support, and praise. The images, which highlight her radiant smile, sun-kissed skin, and unapologetic self-love, have quickly gone viral across social media platforms, with fans hailing her as beautiful, inspiring, and a true role model. For over a decade, the Johnston family has shared their lives with millions of viewers around the world, offering a rare and intimate glimpse into what it's like to live with dwarfism while navigating the everyday challenges and triumphs of family life. Led by parents Trent and Amber Johnston, the show has chronicled the growth of their children, Jonah, Elizabeth, Anna, Emma, and Alex, as they've matured from young kids into confident young adults. Throughout the series, Anna has stood out for her bubbly personality, her sense of humor, and her unwavering authenticity. Whether she's cracking jokes, supporting her siblings, or opening up about her personal struggles, Anna has consistently shown viewers her strength and resilience. However, in recent years, Anna has also become a symbol of body positivity and self-acceptance, particularly within the little person community and beyond. Her latest beach photos, shared on Instagram and TikTok, mark a powerful milestone in her journey of self-love. In the images, Anna is seen lounging on a sandy beach, walking along the shoreline, and laughing with her friends, moments that radiate joy, freedom, and confidence. Wearing a stylish two-piece bikini in a tropical print, she poses naturally, not for perfection, but for celebration. The sun glistens off the ocean behind her, and her genuine smile lights up each frame. Fans were quick to respond. Within hours of the photos being posted, thousands of comments flooded in, with messages like "absolutely stunning," "You are glowing," "So beautiful inside and out," and "Anna, you inspire me every single day." Many followers specifically praised her for embracing her body and showing that beauty comes in all shapes, sizes, and abilities. "Seeing you in a bikini and so proud of yourself means the world to me," wrote one fan. "As a woman with a disability, it's so rare to see someone like me represented in such a positive, joyful way. Thank you for being brave." What makes Anna's beach photos so impactful is not just their visual appeal, but the deeper message they convey. For many people, especially those who live with physical differences, wearing a bikini or being seen in a swimsuit can be an act of courage. Society often places unrealistic standards on bodies, emphasizing certain shapes, heights, and proportions as the ideal. For individuals with dwarfism, these pressures can be even more intense, as they are frequently underrepresented in fashion, media, and popular culture. Seeing someone like Anna, who proudly displays her body without apology, challenges those narrow standards and opens the door for greater inclusivity and acceptance. In interviews and social media captions, Anna has been open about her journey with self-confidence. Growing up in the public eye, she has faced her share of scrutiny, both from online critics and from the challenges of navigating adolescence with a visible difference. In earlier seasons of 7 Little Johnstons, viewers saw Anna grapple with issues like bullying, self-doubt, and the desire to fit in. She's spoken candidly about struggling with body image, especially during her teenage years, when comparing herself to peers, both on and off the show, was difficult. "There were times when I didn't feel pretty or confident," she admitted in a 2021 interview. "I'd look in the mirror and wish I looked like everyone else." But over time, with the support of her family and her own inner strength, Anna began to shift her perspective. She started focusing less on what she couldn't change and more on what made her unique. "I realized that my height doesn't define me," she said. "What matters is how I feel about myself, how I treat others, and how I live my life." This transformation has been gradual but profound, and it's reflected in the way she now presents herself, bold, joyful, and unafraid to be seen. The beach trip that inspired the viral photos was more than just a fun vacation, it was a celebration of friendship, freedom, and personal growth. Anna shared that the getaway was long overdue, a chance to reconnect with her closest friends away from the demands of daily life and the pressures of public visibility. "We just wanted to relax, laugh, and enjoy the moment," she wrote in her Instagram caption. "No stress, no drama, just sunshine, good vibes, and great company." The photos capture that essence perfectly, carefree, authentic, and full of life. What's especially meaningful to fans is that Anna didn't stage or over-edit the images. There's no attempt to hide her body or conform to conventional beauty standards. Instead, she's shown as she is, proud, happy, and completely at ease. In one photo, she's mid-laugh, her arms raised as she enjoys the ocean breeze. In another, she's walking barefoot along the water's edge, her bikini clinging to her frame as the waves roll in. These are not post-perfection shots, they're real, lived-in moments that celebrate the beauty of being present. This authenticity is part of what makes Anna such a powerful figure in today's cultural landscape. At a time when social media is often criticized for promoting unrealistic images and filtered illusions, Anna's photos stand out as refreshingly genuine. She's not trying to sell a product or project an unattainable ideal. She's simply sharing a happy moment from her life, and in doing so, she's giving others permission to do the same. "You don't have to be a certain size or height to feel beautiful," she said in a follow-up TikTok video. "You just have to believe in yourself." The response from fans has been overwhelmingly positive, with many calling her brave, empowering, and a beacon of confidence. Some have shared their own stories of body image struggles, saying that seeing Anna so happy and proud has inspired them to embrace their own uniqueness. "I've avoided the beach for years because I was ashamed of how I looked," one woman commented. "After seeing Anna's photos, I booked a trip. Thank you for showing me that I deserve to enjoy life too." Beyond the personal impact, Anna's moment in the spotlight also contributes to a broader cultural shift toward inclusivity in media and fashion. For too long, people with dwarfism and other physical differences have been excluded from mainstream representations of beauty and style. But thanks to advocates like Anna, that's beginning to change. More brands are embracing diversity in their campaigns, and audiences are demanding representation that reflects the real world. Anna's visibility, both on 7 Little Johnstons and through her social media presence, helps normalize the idea that people of all body types can be confident, stylish, and desirable.